Hey there. Deque is a data structure that is very similar to a list, except that it can process elements from left or right. Deque stands for a double-ended queue. If you're not comfortable with the list data structure, please watch that video first and then continue with this one. You can initialize a Deque using the Deque constructor, which you will have to import from the collections module. If you want to have some elements in the Deque right off the bat, you can pass an iterable like a list or a tuple to it, and it will convert that to a Deque. Similar to lists, you can also access different elements by passing the indexes. Here I'm accessing the very first element, and with -1 I can access the very last element as well. Passing a string to Deque will change that string into a series of characters, and again I can access each one by their indexes. Deque has a number of built-in methods very similar to a list, except that for most of them there is also a left version. Here I'm starting from a Deque that has 1, 2, 3, and 4, and appending 5. Similar to a list, I see that 5 is added on the right. But using append left, I can add elements on the left side of the Deque. Again, similar to a list, I have the extend method where I can add a series of elements to the Deque, and all of them are added to the right now. But again, I have extend left, which adds the element one by one to the left. So first -1 is added, and then -2, and then 10. Pop will do the same thing on a list or a Deque and removes the very last element from the right. So here 3 is removed from the Deque. But in a Deque, I also have a pop left method, which will remove the very first element, in this case 10, and now I don't have that 10 anymore in the Deque. Because we can add elements from one side and remove from the other side, Deques are used as first in, first out queues. And if you're not familiar with FIFO queues, they are a very common structure to use when you're designing systems. For example, you have a number of web requests coming to you. You have to decide somehow which one should be processed first. And first time, first serve is a very common way of processing requests. So the way that you would know which one you want to process first without having your queue grow out of size is to just add the request from the left and process from the right. That way your queue will never get too large, but also you can process whoever's request came in first. To get more familiar with a FIFO queue, let's say you have an ice cream shop, and on one end you are serving ice creams, but on the other end people are forming a line and more people are getting added to the line. The two processes don't have anything to do with each other. You may serve ice creams faster or slower than the number of people that are getting added to the line. Here I'm starting from an empty queue, and then the first person shows up in the line. I'm still not serving ice cream. Then the second person, third person, and fourth person show up. Then I have my first ice cream ready, so I give it to the first person and he goes away. Then another person shows up and he is now waiting in line too. And then I start giving, ice cream to the next person and so on. As you can tell, I am able to serve requests in order. So the order of the people who come in line did not change. And each addition to the line or each request being served is only costing O of 1 because I can add or reduce elements from each end of the queue without shifting all the elements left or right. Deques have a number of other built-in methods that are very similar to a list. I'm starting with the Deque that has 4 fruits in there. If I use index, I get the first appearance of that element. So apple is at index 0. I can also count elements. So I have 2 apples in this Deque. And I can also insert elements at different positions. So at index 1 here, I'm inserting a pair. I can also, as opposite to insert, I can remove elements. So here I'm removing the first appearance of an element. Reverse and rotate are 2 other built-in methods for Deques. For lists, we also had reverse, which will just reverse the order of the elements from left to right. Rotate, on the other hand, treats the Deque as if it was circular in nature. So if I try to shift all the elements by 1 in a circle, my last element goes and sits as my first, and every element is also shifted by 1. I could shift this by another 1, and every element moves forward one more time. So if you take a look at this picture, this 1, 2, 3, 4, when it is rotated by 1, everything is going to the right. So 4 is down here and all the other elements are shifted to the right. Another rotation moves it here. I could achieve the same thing by just rotating 2 in the beginning. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. If I rotate twice, then I get to this point. You can also rotate the other direction by passing a negative number. So if I just start from 1, 2, 3, 4 again and rotate the other way, now 1 moved to the other end. So 1 is here and I have 2, 3, and 4. When you're creating a deck, you can optionally provide an argument to determine the maximum length that you want your deck to have. Here, I have a deck that already has a size of 5, and I'm also setting the maximum length to be 5. Which means from this point on, if I add an element to the right, it will kick out an element from the left so it can maintain that size, which is going to be smaller or equal to the maximum length. If I add an element to the left, it will kick out an element from the right. Let's try that. If I add 6 to the right, 1 gets kicked out. So my deck can still be of size 5. If I add another element to the right, so now 0 is added, but 2 got kicked out, so still I have a deck of size 5. Now if I add an element from the left side, now 10 is added, but that 0 that I had added before got kicked out. One last point about Deque is that its implementation is based on doubly linked list. And if you're not familiar with linked list, just think of a data structure where each data point is pointing to another one. So at each given time, you know what's the next data point, what's the previous data point, but you don't know what's the 50th data point without going through data point 1 to 49. So you have to trace things, but you can't just jump around. Now, the reason that this is important is if you use a list, you can get the 50th, 1000th element by spending O of 1, because every data point is mapped to an index. So if you want to randomly access different indexes, each access will cost you O of 1. But in a deck, because it is based on the concept of doubly linked list, if you're trying to randomly access different indexes, that will actually cost you O of n. So you're basically behind the scenes going through each data point till you reach that index. Deques are extremely efficient when what you do is mostly processing the first and last element. So if you're using Deques as a FIFO queue, Deques are definitely the way to go. If you have a lot of random access to different indexes, then list is likely a more efficient data structure. And if this last section didn't make a whole lot of sense, don't worry too much about it. If you're preparing for interviews, most likely your interviewer doesn't know this either, or at least they usually don't care about that level of detail. But if you're working with projects in Python and you're processing large amounts of data, and you're wondering why your project is getting slow even though you're using an efficient data structure like Deque, this could be one of the reasons in case you're doing random access to different indexes. If you're preparing for interviews, take a look at the question that I've written for you in the description section. Keep in mind, no matter how many videos you watch, ultimately you will learn when you do things yourself. Best of luck.